Rector Esparza, Vice Rector Vasquez, Alejandro Casuga, Aldo Verde. We are here today to honor some exceptional achievement. So, on behalf of the Secretary General of ISO, Rob Steele, I bring you the greetings of the entire ISO family of nations. The International Organization for Standardization is a collaboration of more than 160 member nations. Working together, we have created a body of international consensus standards to facilitate trade in an ever more interdependent world. Through the efforts of more than 100 technical committees, each comprised of a cross-section of technical experts from various member nations, to date, ISO has published more than 18,000 such standards. Focusing on uniformity and compatibility, these technical standards touch virtually every modern product. In the 1980s, ISO embarked on an initiative to create an entirely new class of standards, management system standards that address organizational performance, behaviors, and outcomes, rather than simply the physical attributes of items. Thus was born the ISO 9000 family of standards, currently the most widely used and successful standards ever devised, having been adopted by more than 1 million organizations across the world. I stand before you today as leader of the ISO Technical Committee responsible for this landmark work, a body of standards that has fundamentally changed the way business is done. These are standards that unlock the potential of organizations, large and small, to meet the needs of their customers in ever more innovative and sophisticated ways. These standards have played a crucial role in the quality revolution that we have seen unfold in the last 30 years. With nearly 100 member nations actively collaborating in the ongoing development efforts, the ISO 9000 standards embrace the ISO ideals of international cooperation for the common good. Since their original publication in 1994, more than a dozen other management system standards have been developed and published by ISO, covering such diverse topics as environmental management and food safety. Two key concepts distinguish the ISO 9000 standards and all of the follow-on management system standards from their technical predecessors. The first is the notion of creating a quality culture, harnessing the competitive drive and professional pride of an organization to unlock ever higher levels of performance and success. This idea is not new. Ancient guilds, veiled in secrecy, formed around similar goals and personal commitments. ISO management system standards instead invoke a consistent, proven, open system for creating and sustaining high performance in virtually any organization. The second big idea embodied in ISO management system standards is the concept of certification, through which the level of performance of an organization can be independently assessed against the criteria of the standard. This has obvious advantages from a diagnostic perspective for any organization that is trying to improve. But it is also a critical element in building trust with an organization's key clients. In a world in which confidence in so many of our institutions, be they commercial, financial, governmental, or societal, seems to be eroding, this is a very important dynamic. Together, these notions of quality culture to ensure execution and certification to promote credibility form the foundation of modern management system theory. So why are these ideas of interest to this distinguished group? What is the opportunity to be seized or the reward to be gained? It is simply this. For almost 60 years, roughly since the end of the Second World War, the nations of the earth have endeavored to advance their situation, largely by focusing on improving production. Across industries and entire economic sectors, They have applied the tools and lessons of ISO management system standards and other landmark systems to accomplish this mission. The geographic focus of much of this work has been the Far East, notably Japan. The result has been to transform the global economic equation and realign the world economic order. But accompanying this relentless march toward technical perfection has been an increasing sense of alienation. Quality systems have become ever more mechanistic and impersonal. The quality spirit has been supplanted by the quality machine, and the role of people in the system has been subordinated to the harsh dictates of tools and methodologies and statistics championed by remote quality elites. While it is true that the notion of an impersonal quality machine is a metaphor, we must acknowledge the power of such symbols to drive cultural change and to ignite the creative spark that expands our thinking and carries us to the next level of performance. As I observe the current state of the ISO 9001 quality world, I see a system in crisis, a system that is being smothered by its own metaphors. Every year, fewer companies engage with ISO 9001. Those that do exhibit growing levels of employee cynicism and disengagement, and the customers of ISO 9001 organizations openly question the value of a formal quality system. It is time for a new quality metaphor. We must reclaim our quality vision from the machine and reintroduce the human element into the quality equation. Consequently, the fundamental focus of the quality movement that has already brought us so far must change. The new emphasis must now be on people, and the really good news is that this work has already begun in earnest. Not in the Far East or Asia, not in Europe, but here in this hemisphere, and in particular in Latin America. Led by a small group of visionaries, many of whom are here in this room, the outlines of an entirely new system of quality are emerging. Focused on enabling and empowering people, this system is exemplified by committed leaders working tirelessly to establish entirely new cultures of performance and accountability. I am proud to say that much of this work is based on the ISO management system standards, and in particular on the ISO 9000 family, but with the innovative and significant changes that revitalize this venerable system and apply it to an entirely new domain. Such is the case with the KI WO TSUKAU methodology that we celebrate here today. I personally have searched for many years for a new metaphor to reinvigorate our struggling ISO 9001 systems. And after a long quest, I believe that I have found it. Here in Puebla, the product of the insight and the commitment and the drive of Alejandro Kasuga and Professor Aldo Verde, quality visionaries and transformational change agents who are destined to change the quality landscape forever. The genius of the KI WO TSUKAU method is reflected in the fundamental change that it drives in the quality metaphor. It rejects the mechanistic paradigm that enslaves most organizations that struggle under formal quality systems and replaces it with a humanistic model that is powered by the uniquely human attributes of innovation and community. KI WO TSUKAU rejects the cold, impersonal quality machine and replaces it with a dynamic, continually adapting organization subject to the flow of three complementary types of vital energy, or ki, which when properly balanced by the people in the system results in a healthy organization that is continually growing its capabilities and becoming ever more competitive. Such organizations look to their people at all levels as a source of essential innovative key to drive continual improvement throughout the organization. Innovative key provides the ability for the organization to be nimble and responsive in a rapidly changing world. The KI WO TSUKAU system directs and transforms the innovative key into capability key, which increases the strength and stamina of the organization. The larger the reservoirs of capability key at an organization's disposal, the more things it can do exceedingly well. And finally, in a spontaneous process that is driven by the accumulation of capability key, the company produces the third form of organizational energy, competitive key. As the company's reserves of competitive key increase, it is ever more able to compete successfully in its markets and make a real difference for its customers. It is for these reasons that I believe the next great quality revolution is beginning right now and here in Puebla, based upon this remarkable new metaphor that harnesses and channels the creative energies and innovative spark that lives within every member of every organization. And we are here in the presence of the first wave of pioneers who will begin the task of carrying this revolution to the rest of the world. As the first group of certified KI WO TSUKAU consultants, you share an awesome responsibility to a world that desperately needs your knowledge, your wisdom, and your example of excellence. You are the ambassadors of a new quality order and the stewards of a new and fundamentally disruptive culture. Your path will not be an easy one, and your reserves of energy and commitment will be severely tested. But you will prevail in the end, and you will experience the deep satisfaction and great personal pride in the knowledge that you have changed the world. So with great pride in your accomplishment and in eager anticipation of the great results that you will achieve, I charge you to go forth and begin the revolution. And so I close with a simple message from the world that you will inspire and transform. Muchas gracias y vayan con Dios.